Hi people, I'm back. This is my second attempt this morning to do this video. I had a little sound problem. What I'm wanting to tell you about today is a few things I've seen on YouTube. A thing called Lacey Museum. It's in, I think, Lacey, Oregon. And they're pretty big on the Bigfoot thing. And they have speakers that come in there. And there was two speakers in there that got my attention when I got to see this. One of them was named Ron Moorhead, and the other one was named Paul Grading. Mr. Moorhead, he is into the fact of there's audio sounds of language and stuff, and he's figured out that they've got a language. He's went to different people and people that are knowledgeable. They figured out that it is a language, which I've known, but that's neither here nor there. The bottom line of it is they're starting to establish the fact that the Foots are intelligent and do have a language. Mr. Grading, he does a video, and he had been out, he's camped around them, he'd had things going on with them, and he is to the understanding that they accept him, and if his thing is that if you're going out and hunting Bigfoot, you won't find them. They come to you. That's what they did to me. They did to people that I know. They come to the people they want to come to. They pick people. I happen to be a fortunate one, and I'm wanting to let the world know about it. But anyway, there's two pieces of information you'd like to find, look at. It's good. And I want to bring up one more that I brought up before, and I hope some people haven't ignored it. It's called Speaking of Sasquatch, Sasquatch, Ontario. It's about a guy named Mike Patterson that deals with him quite a bit like I do. He's up in Canada. I'd like to meet him, but I'm not going to have that opportunity. But anyway, he does almost the same thing I do. He's got a little more technical things involved, but it's basically the same thing. But anyway, going on some of my past videos that I told you, if the Foots want you someplace, they get you there. The woman from Pennsylvania has been dealing with them 42 years, told me this. She says if they want you somewhere, they'll get you there. Whatever they want you to do, they'll find a way to arrange things to have you where they want you to be. So I've found this to be true several times. Well, just recently, me and Sharon, we're going to go out to eat, and we had one restaurant we already refused to go to anymore because we wasn't happy with it. And for some reason, Sharon says, I want to go there. Okay, so we decided we went there. Well, when we got there, I just happened to ask the waitress, do you believe in Bigfoot? And I got the strangest look, and I didn't get a no or nothing. And she, yeah, kind of. So before she was done serving us, we got the conversation going. She started telling us she knew a lot about them. She had dealt with them. She'd seen them at her back window. It scared her. Then pretty soon realized the whole neighborhood in that area, they've dealt with it. And they know about it, according to her. So anyway, she talked about a couple incidents she had. One of them where she used to, when she was a young girl, she would go out and climb up in this tree. But I don't know how old she was, but she'd climb up in this tree and she'd sit up there and read. Well, sometimes she'd fall asleep. Now, I don't know how she's propped up in the tree. That's her thing. I don't know how she did it. But anyway, she was up in a tree and she fell asleep up there. She dropped her book. She remembers dropping her book. And then when she woke up, the book was propped up on her chest. So she never figured that one out. It really puzzled her. So another time come up, she was telling me about her mother. This goes to the fact of things I've been saying before. Her mother come up missing a bunch of jewelry, gold jewelry. She got blamed for it. She didn't take it, and she was really, really upset about it. So she was out in her back porch or someplace with a friend of hers, and she was really crying about being blamed for taking that jewelry that she did not take. So she was really upset, and she cried, and it went on for the biggest part of the day. She was just upset and just letting everybody know she didn't do it. She was upset, and this went on, and The next morning, they found a little box on the trunk of a car. I believe she said it was the trunk or the hood, something on a car, that had the jewelry in it. Now, I know myself, I have things being put in this house. I have things being taken out of this house. Whatever they do, I don't know how they do it, but I have an alarm, motion detectors, the whole bit. I have things that showed up in the house, and I showed you the rocks where they put the rocks, took our pans. We had to buy new pans, the whole bit. They do this. So anyway, I thought it was kind of coincidental, not coincidental, but it was kind of odd that we got directed to go to that restaurant that we didn't want to go to meet this girl. Well, that was number one. Now, that was the first thing that happened. I think we were pushed by the Foots so we get connected to them over in that end. So we're looking to buy a camper, and we've been looking through the internet and everything, trying to find a cheap camper that we can afford, where we can travel around and do something with the Foots to different areas. Can't afford motels. We ain't got the money for that. So anyway, first camper we picked out to go see, something that wasn't really what we wanted, but we're interested. We'll look. We go to talk to the people, and there's two young guys that they bought this camper. They wanted to they was going to rebuild it, need some repairs. They was going to repair it and try to sell it and make money on it. Their father he knew how to do all these kind of things, but he wasn't going to show them. He just wanted them to learn how to do it. So anyway, they got disgusted with it, decided to sell it. So we went up and we bought it. So in the process, we meet the father. Father, we was telling him what we wanted it for. And he said, I used to live in Washington. I used to see the Bigfoots all the time. Now, I know if you go around, any of you can do this, just go around and ask how many people believe in Bigfoot or whatever. Most people will say, no, I don't believe in that. I don't believe in that. Let alone to meet two people, one after another. I mean, we just don't go out meeting people. We just don't do that. We don't run around. We don't go to bars. We don't do that kind of stuff. But to be directed from something that you didn't want to do, but you had to go there, according to Sharon, she had to go there. She wanted to eat at that restaurant. So that was odd in itself. And then turn right around, the next connection we have is with a guy that used to be with the Bigfoots up in Washington State. And he knew all about them up there. That ain't coincidence. That is being directed by the Foots. They're hooking us up with things so we can relate to people and get more things going on with the Foots. It's very important. So, I mean, if nobody has any idea what I'm doing, it sounds like a crazy man, but I'm really not. I hear these. They make sounds around me. I know when they're here. I know what's going on with them. I can't put my finger on it. They have never talked directly to me other than for Flower to say my name to get me out of the house. Sharon's had direct contact and direct conversation with one. I do meet with them and talk to them. I know when they're there and when they're not. And they leave me signs and let me know when they're around. They leave me messages one way or another. But these things that I hear and things that I see and the things that happens around my shop and stuff, nobody else would understand it. You have to be with them to understand them. So this is how they contact me. But anyway, I know when they're in my shop, I can hear them. If I go to my shop, when I come out here to the house, I hear them. I'm always hearing them out here. It's like they're making a mental contact with me just to know where I'm at and what I'm doing. But like I say, I was considered part of their clan. So I imagine they want to keep in touch with me, what's going on. I don't know. I haven't figured all that out yet. I'm getting there. But anyway, I just wanted to get back with y'all as soon as I could to tell you this stuff. This virus thing's going on, and it's kind of hindering things, and have to do a lot with the family, chasing things around for them, just different stuff, and staying quite busy. But getting the opportunity to sit down and do this video is really hard. I do it as much as I can, and when I do get down here, I want to be able to report something to you that I know is going on, and I think anybody else should watch that's not watching and don't understand. Like the Lacey Museum in Oregon, they do this thing with the Foots, and it's very important. You know, it's big out there, out west. They're big into it. And like I met the guy at the camper, they're big out there when he was out there in Washington, and he's seen a lot of them. He'd seen a lot of them, which I think that's to his benefit. But now me and him relate to different things, and we have to talk more. Me and him will. But anyway, I just want to get this to you on a video, and I think this is number 13, and hopefully I can get another one going. I can get some more information. Maybe something will happen. I know the tornadoes down in Tennessee, that's where almost exactly where I used to go to meet them, where they had the tornadoes. The tornadoes were in Lebanon, and I'm just about probably 10 miles away from Lebanon where I meet with them. And it's already established that the road that I meet with them on is a lot of Bigfoot sightings there. There's a lot of stories to all that, but anyway, if you want to look it up, I'll tell you this much. Greenvale Road is where I meet with them. Well, Greenvale Road has a bunch of sightings, and they didn't show up until I started meeting with them down there. I don't know, that might sound crazy or egotistical or whatever, but this is the fact, because I asked the guy in the sheriff's department when I first went down there, do you guys have any Bigfoot sightings? No, we don't ever hear nothing about that. Okay, so now there's Bigfoot sightings since I've been down there and met with them. And now I meet with them again. And I think they're trying to get with me to come back down, but I don't have the money to go right now. But as soon as I can, I'm going down and meet with the elders again, see if they're going to approve what I asked for them. See if they want to do what I asked. But, all right, well, I'm going to cut this off. Like I said, it's my second attempt this morning. I run this video one other time, and there was no sound. So I'm going to run this by again, see if I got it right this time. Like I say, I'm not into computers, and this is all high-tech stuff for me, you know. I like a telephone. It's, hello, goodbye. You know, I don't need all that high-tech stuff. But I'm dealing with this to get the message out. So I appreciate y'all watching. You know, do that. Like, subscribe, whatever you got to do. I like getting the comments. I ain't figured out how to pick them up yet, but I want to have somebody's going to show me how to get my comments out of this so I can answer them back. I've answered one back, and I don't know how I did that, but I ain't figured out how to get back into where I was at. So I'm going to have somebody show me and see if I can figure things out. But I appreciate you watching. I think I got like 39 subscribers. It's no big deal. And I think I've had about, I don't know how many views. I'm under 400 on views, but I need more views, more subscribers. I need to get the word out, you know. I just need to get the word out. I want people to understand what's going on. And I'm hoping I can surprise the world with what I want to do right now and show them what's really going on. Like I say, I'm trying to get a picture with me and them together. So, you know, I told some real researchers into this thing about what I'm doing. They just kind of laughed at me. So that's all right, you know. You got to be open-minded in this thing. The way I look at it is these researchers, you try to tell them something, they just blow it off. They're not being very open-minded. I don't know how you research something and not be open-minded, but I guess that's what they are. I don't know. All righty. Thank you. I'll get back with you and come up with something else. Thank you.